All right, 7 strategies to build a brand post ECQ. Okay, so after this ECQ, there'll be 2 types of people that will emerge. Okay, the blue one, or the people who are used to doing things as they were, would go back to doing that. But then there's another market, this is the white one, the circle one, that are more cautious, that are more careful in terms of making interaction, in terms of making investment decisions. Okay, so the blue one, you're very familiar with this because we have lived this and we have trained for this. But this white one, this is something new, something that we need to learn. Now, I'm not expecting that we will be masters after this presentation, because it's a process. Okay, it's a marathon. It's not a sprint. Okay, but I would need you to be conscious and ask yourself if you're prepared for this new normal, because this new normal in terms of interaction. And I've said this in my YouTube channel that the biggest change that maybe we will do with when we meet with clients is to avoid the shaking of hands in the beso-beso. And Filipino culture is always very touchy, but no touching. And please bring face mask and alcohol all the time. Okay, that's when you do the side tripping. Okay, I would want you guys to rate yourself on the white ones versus the orange one. Okay, majority of your sales, where is it coming from? Is it coming from family, friends, referral, random, and repeat buyers? Or is it coming from online engagement? Online engagement, I would refer to this as something that you're able to close a sale without meeting the client. Okay, so can you guys put a comment here which of your sales which majority of your sales are coming from? Is it on the white one or the orange one? Okay, either on majority of your topics are on, or majority of your sales are coming from your family, from your friends, connections, referral, or even random people that you meet, and then also your repeat buyers. And there's another one, the online one, and this is very important because the orange one, that is the new normal. So my challenge for you, close a sale online without even meeting a client or even without knowing them personally. Okay, if you close that, then very good, because you have already passed that adjustment, that curve. Okay, because doing online sale takes a lot of responsibility. You need because these people on the other side don't know you, maybe personally, haven't met you, but why will they trust you in giving their personal IDs, their TIN, even the post-dated, blank post-dated check? And it can only be because of your brand. Okay, how do they see you on the other side? Do they see you as someone trustworthy? Do they see you as someone that they can, comfortable engaging even online? So if you are on the white ones, the 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5, very good. But right now, it's time to shift online. Okay, so boss, how do I do that sale online? How do I close the sale online? Number 1, very simple. Post your sale online and engage online. Okay, and that's something that we need to shift into, because that's the market shift that we are right now. And it's not just about posting that sale online. You need to make sure on the back end you know how to process it. You need to make sure how the developer conducts their online reservation process. Okay, you need to make sure that you have the inventory on hand. When they ask, you answer. Okay, it's not just like when they ask and you will reply, ma'am, I'll ask the developers, okay, can I get back to you tomorrow? Okay, that would defeat the purpose, because online should be instant. So that's something that you need to master, and you need to prepare the developer side, inventory, updated price list, what are the reservation requirements, can you send it online through email, okay, and then post that sale because you're confident. Okay, right now digital space will be an instant market. Everything happens very fast, and we have to make sure that we are prepared for that. Okay, all right, now let's proceed with the number 1 strategy to build your brand post ECQ. Okay, be who you are. There's a lot of us who are trying to pretend more than what we are, and sometimes this actually confuses the client. And I know some people who will do this, just try to maybe capture more market, but we need to be honest with ourselves. There should not be a separation between our real life and our social media life. Okay, so the best strategy for building a personal brand is for you to be 100% you. No need to water it down, your personality, in any way. Okay, because this is the only way that you can be comfortable in posting, by being who you are. And by being by being who you are might not necessarily be what the general people are, and that's fine. Okay, as long as you know your personality and you know what to do in this business, you should be fine. And and that's actually how people will remember your brand, as someone being unique, as someone being, standing up for themselves. If you're funny, be funny. Okay, but don't make fun of your clients. Just be funny. Okay, so that's number one. Be who you are. Number two, be your own media company. So this is something that I have been forcing myself, instilling my mind that I am my own media company. Okay, and this, everything can happen in an instant. You have your cell phone, you have your laptops, digital cameras, recorders, so you can do that. Okay, don't think of a challenge like I cannot do a vlog because I don't have a cameraman, I don't have a makeup artist. Okay, I don't have the lights, I don't have that, I don't have an assistant, I don't have someone to write for me. Okay, now that's my challenge to you, because maybe eventually you can do that. No, you can do that, but right now you have to instill it in yourself that you can do it on your own. Everybody's doing that, them on their own. Okay, so produce as much content as you want across social media platforms, anywhere, and you can do that anytime, anywhere. Okay, and these are free actually. Okay, so it's just, and even going back to the rant, instead of your rant, you post informational content, something that can help your buyers. Okay, don't just post content trying to sell something. Post content that adds value to yourself and that adds value to your client, because sometimes that's what they need, because the reason why they cannot buy your project is because of this concern. And if you do not address this concern, they will not move forward to the buying. Okay, so have that flexibility to understand what your client needs and post it out there. Do not just sell all the time. Okay, add value where you can. Number three, boost for a wider reach. And this is something that a lot of the new real estate agents have a hard time. Simply put, we need to spend to earn. That there is just no other way to do that fast. We can actually, there's a lot of you can post it in marketplace, you can post it in other free platforms, but there's a lot of agents out there selling their brand, selling their product. So it's a red ocean. If you would want a faster way, you need to boost, okay, and distribute your content, and you need to spend. If you spend, let's say if you spend like 5,000 a month in selling and in marketing your brand, if you close even one sale, how much is the incentive? Is it just 5,000? It's 5,000 plus 5,000 plus 5,000. That's majority is like 20,000, 25,000, and I'm just talking about incentive. You compare that with what you spent, 5,000, even 1,000. Okay, so talk about or think about that delayed gratification, because it will actually give you more power. It will actually give you more sales. That's how I started. I have hesitation because it's money. It's like I could have spent this in Starbucks. I could have spent like 200 in Starbucks, But you know what's the cheapest or the most affordable amount that you can do a boost for one day? I think that's 50 pesos. Starbucks coffee is more expensive, maybe 3 times. If you sacrifice one Starbucks coffee in a day, let's say your Starbucks coffee is like 150, you will already have 3 days worth of boost in your property. Grabe. Okay? And just do 3-in-1 coffee lang sa. Okay? Or you can do a Starbucks, but just put the 3-in-1 inside, so that if you want to maintain your reputation, you can still have your Starbucks coffee. But do it for your boosting, because that will reach wider audience. Okay? Trust me. Personally, that's the only way I was able to reach wider audience. And then eventually, when you have wider audience now, you can do organic growth na. But if you haven't started it, and you are not where you want to be, then you need to distribute your content to a wider audience. And personally, that's the fastest thing I know. Okay? Number 4. Be a specialist. Okay? This is something that really needs practice, needs a lot of information. You need to know what you're talking about. And in my previous sharing, I was asked if I should market all of the developers, but my answer was, you need to focus and limit your marketing to a few developers, because there's a lot of them and you might not have enough bandwidth to know everything. Just focus on 3 or 4 developers and focus on their projects, and be master and be a specialist to whatever they provide with you. Okay? If you want to become a specialist and you are focusing on Cebu Land Masters project, you focus on Mivela, you are familiar with the Casamira Towers, you're familiar with the Garden series, you're familiar with the mixed development, even that's just that one developer, there's a lot of project that you need to be familiar with. Okay? That's why I would ask you to be a specialist. Okay? If you're very familiar with that project or with that developer, then you can move on. Okay? Just little circle and then bigger and bigger. Don't absorb everything. Okay? Because you will be lost. I tell you, it will be too much for you. Okay? Be a specialist and then you build your brand towards that, because more clients would value your knowledge specific to what they're asking versus like giving them an overview to everything else. Okay? There's not just a lot of value to that. You need to be very specific and understand what they want, and by offering the projects that that's something that would give them the confidence that you know what you're talking about, that you are a specialist. Okay? And that will reflect on the brand that you would want them to know. Number 5, document over create. And again, I was trapped with this one, because we have this mindset, that, for example, if when we try to create in YouTube, we have to be original, we have to be the first, because I don't want them to know that I'm just copying it. In that manner, we were not able to post anything. We were not able to spread our content. Okay? Remember, getting it done is better than perfection. Even if your plan in mind was so perfect, but you are not able to execute it, it means nothing. Put yourself out there. Try to experience getting mistakes or committing mistakes. What is important is you're able to take that leap and able to show out there and share your content. Okay? Don't go into the paralysis by analysis, thinking on creating something new, because honestly, there's not a lot of new things that can be created. There's a lot of content that's repurposed, reimagined, and maybe like combined together. Okay? So please do that, so that you would have that courage, because it just takes one video. Once you get over that, then you will be more comfortable na. I don't think any one of us are born actors and actresses. So do not expect your first time will be comfortable. Okay? So that's something that we need to improve as well. Okay? Document over create, and that's the only way that you can have more posts out there or more content out there. And then number 6, show the other side of you. I've read a lot of research, and they say, you know, that real estate is an old man's game. Maybe it's true before, maybe in some places, but right now, you know what's helping the millennials to invest? Pre-selling properties. Okay, 15% equity, 10% equity. You just need to pay 10,000, 11,000, 5,000. That's something that's very affordable to them. Okay, so even if you try to hit the market of these big time investors, and if you're a millennial, maybe like me, I'm a borderline millennial, you try to also hit this other market by showing your other side, showing how you can relate to the millennials. Okay, even if you are not a millennial, okay, even if you are what are the older generations, maybe the boomers, okay, maybe you can try to adjust to the millennial market because you have experienced it by a nephew or a child, okay, or even just by doing the research. So you try to show that side of you that can be more fun, that can be more engaging as well. Okay, so it shows the clients who you are. Number 7, be smart on distributing your content. Okay, you can maximize one content and put it into different platforms, and that's actually what I was doing. Example, what I do when I create a YouTube video, I do research first. Okay, I write it down, everything that I'm planning to say in one article. Okay, so that's my first step. I do the research and then create an article for that. Second one is to prepare and practice, and then eventually do the video. Okay, but my intent there is not just for my content to be posted in YouTube. That article, I can post that in a website. If you have a website, LinkedIn, Quora, all the other platforms that accepts that. Okay, and then I can, you know, in my video, if there's like a catchy quote that I was able to do, I will get that out, or even a picture, post it in YouTube or even in Instagram, and even a video teaser, short ones, 26 seconds, you can put it in your story. Okay, remember, one video, one content, you can post that in YouTube, in your website, in Facebook, and in Instagram. Okay, if you are just resourceful enough, you can split it in such a way and then connect it so that these platforms will talk to each other. Okay, so that's something of maximizing just one content, and I hope you learn something from that, and not too overwhelmed by, you know, I need to create it here, different ones, then create it here, and another one aside, and another one. Just one, okay? And then be resourceful, be creative, twist it, do the teaser, and, you know, just trying to capture your target market. All right? So that's the 7 ways for us to be able to improve or to build our brand post ECQ.